Hallo, ich bin's wieder, der David von Volume Games. Und heute bin ich hier im wunderschönen Köln und schaue mir bei Electronic Arts das neue FIFA 16 an. Los geht's! So, hi Nick.
Hello.
Could you introduce yourself a little bit?
Yeah, so my name's Nick Channon. I'm the senior producer on FIFA 16.
We just saw the new feature, the FIFA trainer.
Mm-hmm.
So, where did the idea come from? Just put a trainer in there for the first time.
Yeah, I mean, we wanted to. We've been looking at it for a while, and how can we make sure that sometimes sports games can be quite intimidating, especially for new users. And how could we create a system that ultimately allowed you to learn the game whilst playing? We've done a lot of research into how we can best sort of onboard new users to our game, and what we realised was playing the game was what they wanted to do. Obviously, didn't necessarily want to go through lots of different training modes. They want to just play the game, and the best way to really teach anyone is feeling like you've got somebody next to you on the sofa. So the idea came that how could we create something that felt like it was constantly with you, allowing you to learn the basics, but also as you go and progress, you start to learn new things. So, you do like a certain number of ground passes, then maybe it'll teach you how to do a through ball or a lob pass, and kind of that's how the system works. But what we also wanted to do was allow some of our core users and maybe people that have been playing the game for a year or two to understand how they can get even more out of it. The more knowledge you have, the more fun you have with a game, not just FIFA but any game. So the system actually has ability it has many different levels, so it'll start to teach you some of the more advanced controls. We've got double and triple tap crosses, lob through balls, finesse shots, bringing these elements in that actually, even if you've been playing the game for a while, will allow you to get more from it.
Let's talk about the new feature, the women.
Mm-hmm.
Why now?
Well, I mean, the idea was ultimately it's because women's football has become popular. The growth of the game has been significant in the last number of years, and ultimately we want to be the most authentic soccer experience there is, and to be that, we feel we need to have women's teams in there. We've been working on it for quite a while now. It's not just something we decided to do this year. We did a prototype a few years ago where we created a female head on a man's body, and what that was, the reason we did that was to see, okay, how much work do we need to do, and what actually is the list of things we need to do this right. When we put women in our game, it had to be authentic. We wanted to do it properly. So that created a list of things. The biggest change technically was body scaling. We had to do quite a lot of work to create a more sophisticated system to move joints more independently. Our scaling was much more linear in the past. We wanted to be able to do hair simulations. So, a lot more female players have ponytails. In gameplay camera, we've never animated them before. We didn't really need to. There wasn't that many players in the men's game with ponytails. So it actually takes quite a bit of rendering overhead. We need to do quite a bit of optimization to do that. We wanted to add in new animations so that, the run, walk, jog, we need to look at how we rated players. We went out and scanned as many of the teams as we could as well. So it was all these things. There's a lot of work to do it properly. It's been a long time in the planning, and we're very excited to bring the feature this year, and also with how it's come together. It's great.
Did you do all the skill moves again for motion capturing for the ladies, or?
No, skill moves. They're not. They haven't all been. We don't redo them every year. Okay. So we've added one. You saw the Boassi move that's been added this year. So we don't redo.
But it's the same.
We don't redo the skill moves every year. Yeah.
Can you talk? We're an Austrian magazine.
Okay.
Are we getting an Austrian women team?
There's 12, and I don't believe there's an Austrian team. No, sorry.
Will it be possible that women and men team can play against each other? Or?
No, so the women's teams will only play the women's teams. We've done that for authenticity purposes, as I said. Very important for us to be authentic. In professional game, women's teams only play women's teams, and we're keeping it that way in the game right now.
Okay. You've heard of that response from the fans and the community. Did you expect that kind of response, or?
Well, at the end of the day, adding women's teams is something we're very happy and proud to do, and we feel it's very important addition to our game. I think for the most part, the reaction has been overwhelmingly positive, as it should be. It's an important part of our game, and again, that's really what we'll focus on. We're very excited to have it.
So they will be convinced of the opposite when they play the women teams.
At the end of the day, you get feedback for all features. There's varying degrees of feedback, positive and negative. But as I said, it's an incredibly important feature, and I think that for the most part, the reaction has been incredibly positive.
Can you talk about the Be a Pro mode? Will it be possible to play a girl or
No?
No. Okay.
So for the women's national teams, you can play in kickoff. There is a tournament. You can create tournaments, and you can also play with friends online.
When the trainer tells me press A for pass or shoot, will it do that on purpose, or is it just the same as if I don't activate it? So when it say shoot to the goal and I press shoot,
you don't have you don't have to do it. It's just a guide, So it says press shoot. If you want to press pass, that's up to you. It's not.
Okay.
It's just basically in this case, this could be a good action to do. So it's not. It doesn't do it for you. It's just saying in this situation, this kind of control is Think of it as me sitting on the couch with you. You're playing. You're out wide. Press this button to cross. Press this button to shoot. It's that idea behind it. You don't have to do it.
Okay.
It's just there to help guide you and teach you.
Yeah, it's a great idea because my first FIFA I looked for any buttons or something. And how do I do this trick? How do I do that?
Yeah.
Nobody told me so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
All right. Nice to meet you. Thank you.
FIFA 16. Play beautiful.